Good morning, everybody. My name is Bart Winkler. It's the Bart Winkler Show. Tim Shea is here. We'll have picks with Ryan Horvat coming up. Except the Packer game. We're saving that for Monday's show.
Ooh.
Yes, we are. As it is Packer season, as it is Bucks season. Interesting this year, when the Brewers got bounced, a lot of people would typically say, bring on Packer season. This year, a lot of people were tweeting Dame time. Very different situation this year. Tim, we didn't get to talk to you on Wednesday night. I do want to say thanks to everybody that watched the post game. Obviously, listen to the show, but I do like it as a place where people can come and deliver their thoughts. And we had a lot of new people, at least people that had listened before that had never participated. Because, there's people that, we got our guy. I mean, there's people that are on a lot, and that's great. They had great voices. That's why, I always throw them in. But just because you see like 5 people, that doesn't mean like you can't be one of those people. So if you're like, someone's like, oh, someone complimented the show. Thank you. But I don't message anyone and say, come on, except for you. People are just able to come on as much as they please. And so I thought it was great to see that the last couple of nights. That being said, this Brewers loss. So one of the prevailing thoughts, Tim, was, well, you were going to lose to the Dodgers anyway. They're 1-8 since 2018. They don't score runs. They're built to lose in this round. I think there is, because the Tuesday's loss should have been way more traumatic, but we've been through it. I think there's a level of, this isn't it. Like, either be bad or be good, but don't be this. This doesn't do anything for anybody. I think there's a lot of people that are really just like, I ain't about this. That's kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah, and we've seen this all year. Maybe we were just a little blind to it because we were winning most of those games, like 2-1, 3-2. Where when it comes playoff time, you need to score runs. You can't do what you did all regular season, and that came back and bit them. And then they lost, and they got swept.
It just felt like even with Council, like we'll see what happens there. It did feel like there was a lack of urgency, like the whole Jesse Winker thing, and then not only putting him on the roster, but trying to make it work both nights.
2 at-bats.
I know that Yelich was talking about Council, but I don't ever want my player to recognize that they're in a small market. Like, that just felt like a line fed. Like, I don't know. Another thing that I have been trying to deal with is watching what happened in Philadelphia, where I don't know that it's not even our crowd. I don't even know that we have the mentality around here to do what they did. Like, we're so beat up and defeated. I mean, Brewers baseball has just been.
Well, they actually have hitters, guys that can.
Well, yeah, they got Trey Turner and Schwarber and Harper, and we don't know what that's like. Maybe outside Prince and Fielder for a little bit.
Trust me, I think our fan base, I think it can get like that. Hell, 2018, it was pretty close.
Well, I think too, Philly. So Philly, they're like, this is what I said about Lions fans at Green Bay the other night. They're coming in expecting a win, and so you're charged up. Like, Philly fans were already charged up. We're expecting bad. We're expecting, okay, we're up 2-0. What bullshit will happen?
And when? How soon will it happen? Will it happen right away? Will it happen a little later?
And I'm not trying to be like, you need to be a better fan, because I'm feeling the same way. We're beat up by this team. They've broken us. The same, you try to get excited, and then Brandon Woodruff gets hurt, and then the roster comes out, and it's a weird roster. And then the whole year you're trying to get more money. And then in the same breath, like, Rick Schlesinger does his pregame and he's like, well, we like the extra revenue. Like, he said something like that. What are you doing? Why is he so bad at this? Honestly, this is not personal. People are like, why do you hate this guy? I just think he's bad at this. The whole team. It's just not. And I know we have a good farm system and Churio's coming up and all this Tyler Black. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be. Yeah. I don't want to. We've been in the playoffs 5 of the last 6 years. We can't get out of the first round anymore. What's the point of going? What's the point of sitting down 162 games and watching every game and going through every move and having great stories and trying to follow these guys and follow them in Nashville and follow them and go to game? What is the point if it's going to evaporate in 28 hours? The postseason lasted 28 hours. It takes that long to bake a fucking turkey.
What got me was Council plays matchups all year, and then all of a sudden he doesn't. Why? All year. So, whatever. I mean, great. Good for the Brewers. Hey, we're NL Central Division champions. I don't even care about that. I bought a sweatshirt that says NL Central champions that I probably won't wear, and that will probably be on sale for $20 come December when they do their clubhouse sale.
Yeah, like I saw the sweatshirts they were wearing are really nice.
They are.
I wish it didn't say the year on it.
I know.
Because if it said postseason, I'd buy it. Even if it just said postseason. Because it says 2023, I'm like, I don't want that shit.
No, I probably won't wear this for a while. Also, it was 85 degrees for these games, so.
And the roof was closed.
Don't get me started on that either, but.
Let's see. I was going to play some voicemails on the voicemail.
I really want to go back real quick to what you said at the beginning.
Oh, sure.
About, people watching and people looking. I've gotten a little more for being out at the ballpark. I got a lot of, hey, Tim Shea, Bart Winkler. When you do that, tell me your name so then I can give you a little shout out. Thanks for watching. I would appreciate that.
Oh, when people recognize you?
Yeah. Because I'm sorry. I don't know who you are.
Well, I always ask people their name.
I should have.
I forget it instantly. But
that's why they need to tell me twice. Remember on the 4th of July when I ran into, what's his name, Dave?
Dave, yeah.
I'm pretty sure his name was Dave and his wife. So anyway, thanks for watching and listening.
So say hi to Tim when you see him.
I just saw, hello and your name.
You can recognize a lot of people are tweeting me pictures of you.
I saw that.
Someone said you were with a woman on Wednesday.
Yeah, I was. South Carolina.
That was her?
Yeah.
Are you guys in love?
No.
You promised me there'd be a woman on the stream on Wednesday.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be too in the moment and reactionary, but I do feel like with Council's stuff up in the air and everybody wants Burns gone and the post-game comments didn't seem to rally anybody. Freddie's like, I want this team back, and we're like, Freddie, I don't know that they all want to come back.
Yeah.
It seems like there's not a finality to it, but it just what was the point of this year? What was the point?
To win the Central? No. That I could care less.
Well, I don't care.
There's no point. If you're getting bounced in what did you say, 28 hours?
Yeah, it took 28 hours.
It's disappointing. I don't know what else to say. I'm mad. I'm mad at myself for kind of falling in that trap, because I was one who thought that this team could go a far, far way in the playoffs. I thought they could get to the World Series possibly. I really did. So that's what I'm mad about, that I fell into that trap.
Well, but then when Woody got hurt.
I mean,
it's not even about, to me, the thing that bothers me the most is because again, I just said this, but you weren't going to beat the Dodgers. You weren't going to beat the. And some guy's texting me right now, so this is a great opportunity. I'm going to respond to him. He's a Diamondbacks fan. I said these need to be best of sevens. If you have to shorten the amount of teams that get into it, a playoff run has to be longer than just week 8 of Maction. And Yeti Confetti says, this seems like a pretty hollow tweet. You'd be on a different tune if the snake emoji, what a loser, had lost and your beer emoji had won. Where are the receipts from before the series saying this was not enough games? I am sorry, sir, that you find my tweet hollow. I have brought up this point on my CBS Sports I don't need to say that, but sports radio shows several times. Unfortunately, I don't have a tweet doing the same. If you want the audio, I'll waste my weekend digging for it for you. Good luck against LA. Or what's a Dodgers emoji? What a loser.
Would you be happy? Would you be a little happier if it was a best of 5?
Why can't you just read my tweet and just go on with your day? Why do you got to always respond? Now, that is pot calling kettle black. I understand. But
I was going to say, you are the king of that.
Yeah, but whatever.
Would you be okay with it being a best of 5?
I think it should all be best of 7.
I know the NBA does 7-7-7, right? They go 7-7-7-7.
I think 4 teams. I think there should be 3 division winners, 1 wild card, and every round should be best of 7.
Or just go back to the way it was.
The NLDS isn't even best of 7.
Do your 1-game wild card.
You already have the flukiest sport known to man, and you don't have a best of 7 until the championship series? Like baseball is begging for the best team not to win. Why?
All Arizona has to do is win 1 game in LA, and it's game on.
It's a 5-game series.
I know. All they have to do is win 1 in LA, then get the other 2 at home, and you're done.
God, it's so stupid. All right, I got plenty of voicemails, and some I will play today, some I will play over the weekend.
I want to play a game. I want to play a game with you, but not today. Maybe next week. I mean, I don't know how long you want to talk Brewers, like how long you want to drag this on. But like, go over the roster, play back or not back.
All right.
Who's coming back? What's your opening day lineup in 2024 right now?
Okay, we can do that next week.
Okay.
This is a voicemail. Carl's Place voicemail line. Carl of et.com/Bart.
And is John Gruden the manager of this team?
Oh, that'd be great. Get somebody in there with some fire. This is from Landmark.
What's going on, Bart? It's Landmark. I wanted to weigh in on this Brewers series and what happened. Now, there's a lot to cover, and y'all covered it pretty well on that podcast. But my thoughts here are as follows. Did the stars on this team underperform? Yes. Did every move Counsell make seem to backfire? Also, yes. But that's a symptom of the overall problem of this team. And the overall problem is this bites of the apple approach, the playing baseball in a spreadsheet approach. Because when you play baseball in a spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel cannot get a hit with runners in scoring position. That's the problem. You know, we're talking about lots of different things. So it's looking at, you know, we got to play this guy. We got to do this. We got to do that. And yes, a lot went against the Brewers in this series, but they are who we thought they were. We've seen this since 2018 when they had that team that went to the NLCS and they could have gone all in, and they didn't. They decided, no, we're going to keep taking these bites of the apple and doing this and doing that and doing whatever. And it's the same Groundhog Day thing every year. And I understand in the baseball landscape why we have to do this. Hot Take Jake did a really good job of laying that out. And I know a lot of people don't agree with Jake, but I agree with Jake on that point. And I understand why we have to do these things. We're taking these chances on Josh Donaldson and whatever. But in the end, until they do what the Brewers did in 2011, or they do what the Bucks are doing now, where they say there is no future after Giannis, because once Giannis is gone, it doesn't matter. So we're going to try to do this right now. When Prince Fielder was walking out that door, they went all in. They didn't get it done, but you could safely say that they did everything they needed to do. Now, again, with this team, I don't necessarily know that approach would have been successful, but at some point they have to put that capital in. And, maybe we'll be there in a couple of years with Churio and Mizorowski and these guys where we can add those pieces to maybe make that run. But for now, I just feel like we're in Groundhog Day. I know I'm running out of my time, so I'm going to leave it be there. But breathe, everybody. We did what we could. Enjoy Bob Uecker. I'm saddest for Bob because I really wish he could call a World Series for us, but I don't know that's going to happen. Anyway, have a good one, y'all. Bye.
Yeah, Uecker sounded sad.
Yeah. His sign off, I was going to bring that up. He sounded that just down in the dumps. Like, is he going to return next year?
Did you get the email from the Brewers thanking you for being a fan?
Yes, and to buy my 2024 season ticket packages available now.
We're all feeling a little heartbroken this morning. To our fans, we share your pain. The end came too soon, but we can't thank you enough for the way you supported us all season. You kept American Family Field rocking all summer. It helped lift us to 92 wins and a division title. You made it an unforgettable ride start to finish. We'll be back strong next spring. Never too soon to start looking forward. It will be fueled to make a 2024 season a memorable summer for all of us. May I just say, because the email was titled "To the Best Fans in Baseball." We got to figure out like who the best fans in baseball are. Because we're not. It's not us.
Isn't it St. Louis?
No, it's not them. Right now, it's Philly. As of this very day. We know it's not us. We're good. We're great. We're tremendous. But only one fan base can be the best fans in baseball. And if all 30 teams are trying to stake that claim, it just rings hollow. Like Giants fans got an email to the best fans in baseball. Who else sucks?
Everybody.
Pirates fans to the best fans in baseball. I'm like, best fans in baseball. I look around PNC Park on a Tuesday. There's 50 fucking people here. We ain't the best fans in our fucking city.
The Athletics, they got one of the worst to our worst fans.
Yeah, to you assholes that are trying to keep us here.
Bye-bye.
Here's a voicemail. I got one from John that'll play in a second. Later, I've got Big Ron. Big Ron has his picks too. Big Ron sent me a message. He just re-upped with Happy Place Hemp. Got some of the nighttime gummies, the CBD CBNs. You can get those. You can get what do you got there?
These are the mango, the daytime.
THC free.
Sluggish.
Yep.
This is what I have.
Those are ones the THC free ones are ones because there's a lot of people that have different anecdotes about what they do. Like one guy takes it before he goes golfing and he says it helps. Some people just take it, as they get started at their work desk. Some people, again, if you're like, God damn, I cannot have another cup of coffee. Not that, I mean, they're anecdotal, but that's why trying these different gummies out and seeing how they work, whether it's the THC free ones or the ones that have them, it's fun to try. Like it doesn't hurt to try. So check them out. Get the sampler pack if you want to try. It's always available at 25% off with the promo code BART. All right, voicemail from John in Franklin.
Good morning, John in Franklin, with the Better Late Than Never podcast response. As the debris settles from the shreds of what's left of the fallout from the Brewer absolute debacle in this series, I don't think enough credit's given to the manager of Arizona. I don't know his name. I really don't care. But when we took the gut punch, and honestly, I think this series was lost with the news of Woodruff not being available and probably done for the season. I mean, that was a direct hit to the solar plexus of Brewer Nation. And they would have had an extreme uphill climb to deal with the later stages of the baseball playoffs if, in fact, perhaps the series would have went different. I don't think he could have played, Arizona could have played their pitching staff as brilliantly as they did. Basically biting the bullet, knowing you have a distinct disadvantage in one game and a distinct advantage in the other two games. And if somehow you pick off the first game, you are just in the driver's seat. And that's exactly how it played out for them. Everything went their way. Adames hits a ball that's almost out. That would have been an almost historic home run down on the left field line. Just missed it. The catch. What's his nuts from on third base, diving up in the air, 55 years old, and he snags the, sure base hit there. I mean, it was one thing after another. It just wasn't going the Brewers' way. And a lot of things went the Brewers' way this year, like being in the division they're in. And we didn't have any illusions that this team was going to the World Series. We all want it, and yeah, you're in the tournament and you got a shot at it. And with the rotation healthy, you definitely at least should be in the games. But the problem with pitching and defense, the way this team is built, is you're not built to come from behind. And it happened very few times this year, and it certainly didn't happen in this series. They have a rally, and then, the bottom of the inning, at least put a run up. Let them know you're in the fight. That they're just this offense. I mean, when they did the nationwide network on opening night, and they had the little thing where they had the lineups, and you just look at our lineup, and you got Canna in those. Come on, fourth. I mean, we were starved for offense with this team. It was streaky when we did have it. It seemed like we would have these games where we put up tons of runs, once we got it going. But under pressure, time and time again, it was excruciating watching this offense fail in these rallies. And it just wasn't meant to be. Turn the page. Let's just move on. All
right, there's John and Franklin.
I don't think Brandon Woodruff call me crazy for saying this.
You don't think he was really hurt? Wow.
No. I don't think he would have made a big difference in this series.
Well, it would have depended how he pitched in game 2. I mean, if he would have been locked down.
Sure, but then
Freddie was good, and then he struggled.
If that plays out, then we lose in 3. Like if you say Corbin loses, and then we win, and then.
Well, maybe they would have taken out Freddie earlier if they had a fuller bullpen, which they did not have because Burns shit the bed.
Yeah.
So basically, the Brewers got bounced from the playoffs because Corbin Burns, after complaining about arbitration, because the Brewers said you suck in the playoffs, sucked in the
playoffs for a second year in a row.
I don't know.
Second time in 3 years.
Again, I got a couple more voicemails. I'm gonna stretch them out for Monday. Is what I'm doing. But I'll play them on Monday, and we can talk more Brewers too. I think the overwhelming thing is, yes, we don't think we're going to win the World Series. It's really just annoying that the playoffs are over as quick as they were, and also they've been over this quick. I mean, at least it wasn't 3 hours like the year against the Nationals, but the Braves series came and went a couple years ago.
Yes, it did.
The Dodgers, the COVID year, whatever. This team gets there only to get bounced. Like, I don't know. It's a big investment. Baseball, more than any sport, I think the fans feel the fatigue as much as the players. Or not, the fans feel the fatigue more. Football, it's once a week. You check some reports, you do a fantasy. Basketball, a couple nights a week. Baseball is every day if you're really invested.
Do you think a 7-game series would have made a difference in this? I don't think so.
Sure, yeah. Why not?
I don't know.
Well, do you think the Brewers are the better team?
I cannot answer that. I don't think so. No. Judging by these 2 games, no.
All the Diamondbacks did was hit a couple of home runs.
All you need to do in the playoffs. We didn't.
Yeah, did we even hit one?
Yeah, Tyrone. Tyrone, when I said earlier that day that he's going to be the impact player. He's going to be that guy who goes out there and balls out.
Yeah.
Oh well. Can I have a little Badger breaking news.
Yeah, I knew the exact moment that you got this alert. Well, no, I know the exact moment that you got the alert, and then you were going to bring it up, and I feel like you didn't.
Oh no, I didn't. I wanted to do it,
So what happened? The scheduling pods
came out with their schedule and just highlighted their marquee games for the next 4 years.
So how's the scheduling going to work with the Pac-12?
So I don't know how it's working. I'm just telling you what the Badgers highlighted as their home marquee games for the next 4 years. So next year it's Bama, Penn State, and Oregon. We go to USC. Then in 25 it's Ohio State and Washington. And then we go to Oregon. In 26, USC and Michigan State. And we go to UCLA. And then in 27, it's UCLA and Penn State at home. And we go to USC. Those are kind of how they're highlighting the big games. I didn't read through the entire, what the Big Ten's doing and how they're, playing, how they're separate.
Well, again, I don't like this. I would rather the Pac-12 existed.
I would too. Especially what they're doing this year.
So I'm furious that the Badgers play on Peacock.
Yeah.
I will not spend $6 to go to Peacock. So I'm going to go to my bar and spend $150 on food and drinks and watch the game.
Well,
why are people complaining? You pay $150 for your cable package. Complain about that.
Because the issue came up because this came out of nowhere. This came out of left field the other day that Peacock is going to broadcast 30 to 35 Big Ten basketball games.
That did not come out of left field.
I did not know that. So for me,
that was announced 3 months ago. But
I had no idea.
The actual games came out this week.
Yes, and the Badgers are on there 4 times.
Wisconsin's guaranteed to play Minnesota and Iowa every year.
Yep. Okay. So you keep 2 traditional rivals. I mean, they might not see teams like Nebraska for 5 years. I don't know how that all works out. So
that's so stupid.
But anyway, Bart, it's been a fun baseball season. I'll say that.
Has it?
No. Because it's all down the drain. It's all wasted. But we had fun when we went to the game back in April. We saw a walk-off.
We did, and then I had fun at the tailgate.
Yes. So those are our memorable moments of the 2023 season.
And we won that game.
Yes. 2-0. So
I should have just not watched another Brewer game after that. I should have said, all right, we did it.
And you maybe, yeah. Fuck. Maybe you should have gone to the playoffs.
Why?
They won when you went. Are you one of those people?
No. All right, Tim. Well, we'll catch up.
Yep. We'll see you Monday night after the Packers game.
I will be live, yeah. You're going to be awake?
Hell yeah. I'm going to alter my sleep schedule that day.
Okay. Good night, Tim.
Go Brewers.